What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Drama Zone. Basically, because whenever you thought things will be quiet around the club and we can talk actually football, here comes another off the field issue and more trouble. Because the club will need to pay Ronaldo 9.5 million euros plus interest because of deferred wages and all those things. It should have been more, could have been more, but the court said you need to pay half because also Ronaldo and his team messed up in certain things. And the weird part, or not the weird part, the worrying part is that this was not calculated into the budget as well, which means we will have even less money or we have more issues financially. And you might say 10 million, oh, it's not that much. It's a lot of money for this club. For the club, we only had 11 million euros between the summer and January, and we bought Wea and Alcaraz on loan and Diallo for peanuts, and he's probably gone in the summer. So when we talk about Juntuli having an insane task and people already jumping on him, this is what he has to deal with because of people who left the club in shambles. So that's what we're going to talk about. Before we do that, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. Okay, so I talked about it many times. When a year ago, basically, when the news broke that everybody was basically sacked, not they stepped down, just sacked, and we were going over Agnelli's legacy at the club, and we praised for what he has done for us, and not people, but a large part refused to talk about the shit show that is happening now, the mess that he had left behind because of the past. That's basically what's happening as well now. When people do not like what Allegri is doing, they're saying, oh, look at the past. The past does not matter. You cannot erase the past, but the past will not help you right now. And that goes for Agnelli and the board. They did fantastic jobs for this club. 9 years, probably the best years of anyone's life. We won every single year, and it was a good feeling. It was a very good feeling. Look at what we are doing now. We haven't won, what is it, for 4 years now? One with Pirlo, 3 with Allegri. It's horrible. It's horrible, coming off 9 winning seasons. However, the way the club was left behind, or the state it's in now, it's also because of them. So we cannot just praise them and refuse to talk about this mess, because this is a mess. We're going to need to pay him 9.5 million euros plus interest. I don't know what it is. Let's say 11 million euros. I'm just saying something. That money, it's coming off transfer, like it's coming off the club's books. It needs to come, like we need to save quote unquote 11 million euros basically. That's a third of a player potentially. That's the mess that is right now at this club. And when people talk about Juntuli, you only brought in Villa, flop, Alcaraz, flop, Diallo, flop. He had 11 million euros to spend between the summer and January. And people are sitting there and saying, oh, but we got Pirlo on a free. Is there a Pirlo on a free who wants to join us? If you know one, tell me. Because nobody can tell those names. We got Vidal for 80 million euros. Okay, in the summer, he will have to prove to get a Vidal for 80 million euros. But nobody's selling a Vidal mid-January. So the task at hands for Juntuli is actually insane. It's so big. It's so massive. It's so important, and it's filled with so many issues, contract issues, insane contract wages, off the field stuff still going around. Financially, the club is all over the place. It's an insane task, and that's why I keep saying 2 summers. Nothing can go wrong. That needs to be said. He cannot say, let's say he makes 10 signings between now and next summer. If you flop on 6 of them, it's a mess. You basically cannot flop on any of these signings. You need to, if you sign 10 players, 6 of them need to be bona fide starters. 2 of them very good subs, and 2 of them can quote unquote flop. That's okay. But the room for error is just not there. And when these things keep happening, and the club is not prepared for it as well, it's like the moment they set up the next few weeks or the next few years, they're like, this is the plan. Then boom, Ronaldo's money. We need to take that we need to put that into the plan. And well, certain things are gonna need to be shifted, moved again. Maybe like the Anderson deal. The club banked their hopes at the beginning on a free agent. We can move a player plus Valenza, whatever, or we don't need to spend for a backup because we have Anderson on the free. That's gone now as well. So the task at hand is very tough, you know, and the club has been left behind in a mess. You know, it's in the hands of Giuntoli right now, sporting wise, and financially, it's in the hands of Scanavino and Ferrero, people we do not know. You know, they're just sort of said close associates to Alcan. Alcan trusts these guys. They are gonna set up, or they gonna tell Giuntoli, these are the budgets, these are the margins we need to reach. You need to make it work now. You know, sporting wise, deals wise, you know, you can come to us with a package, with a deal for a player, and we will tell you if it's okay or not, or we will, you know, call you in our office to say, you know what, the budget is this and this is not possible, whatever. That's the situation of the club right now, you know. So when we talk about, oh, let's sign Calafiori and let's sign Colt Miners and let's sell this and this, we're gonna need to sell players as well, you know, players we prefer to keep 100%, you know, because of certain things like these things. Being kicked out of Europe, that's another 80 million, like, let's be nice, 70 million euros gone for the club. That could have been 60 to 70 million euros this season for a club that would have saved us a year. That's gone. Now the Ronaldo stuff, and there will more stuff will come out soon. Then you have contracts like Vlahovic, the wages are insane. You know, these things are still going on in the club basically, and the club needs to fix their issues whilst operating with a limited budget. On top of that, it's still a club. It's like it's a company, but it's still a club. You still need to manage expectations and still need to aim for the top. So the task at hand again is insane. It's actually massive. I feel for Giuntoli a little bit, but then again, he's a professional. He's been paid for that, so he's gonna need to deal with it. And fans, us included, are also gonna need to deal with. We can come out and say, "Oh my God, what an awful transfer that is." This is, excuse me, but we're gonna need to deal with reality, and the reality is that the task at hand is so big and it's so complicated that there are gonna be bumps in the road. I don't like that. It's impossible to be perfect. It's impossible that everything will go out smoothly and everything will pan out perfectly, and we will be in a top position, prime position to win consistently next summer. I don't see that happening. We need to be realistic, but somehow we need to be competitive. So that's the news. Ronaldo, we are gonna need to pay him money that's coming off the budget again, and we need to deal with it like we have dealt with the last year and a half or so. It's a new one. It's a new thing. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, subscribe. I will be live today to preview the Cagliari game because we play tomorrow. We play on Friday. So I'll see you guys later tonight. Ciao.